Hi, I'm Chirag from CP Utility Solutions, and I'm here today with the Professional Heating and Plumbing Installer magazine, and we're going to be taking a look at the RF MAINSLINK. Now don't forget, if you enjoyed plumbing content, remember to subscribe to the channel. Let's have a look at the product and let's have a look at the job. Right, so we're here in Hertfordshire. We've got a system, a heat-only boiler, which hasn't been installed correctly because this particular boiler requires a pump overrun. That's required to dissipate the latent heat after the demands have gone off. Now, the pump is upstairs in the airing cupboard somewhere in an inaccessible location to where the boiler is, and it's not really feasible for us to run a cable from that pump to the boiler for it to be able to do its pump overrun. So the best solution, the cost-effective solution, and the time-saving solution is to use the rfsolutions MAINSLINK. What this is going to allow us to do is you've got two units in here. One unit we're going to fit here by the boiler. The other unit is going to go upstairs where the pump is. And what that's going to allow us to do is to send a wireless mains switch from that pump to the boiler and vice versa, so that the boiler can actually talk to the pump wirelessly without us having to run any cables. Right, before we get into the job, let's have a quick look at the product. So within the box, you've got your receiver and your transmitter. Now, it's important to remember which way around you fit these. So your transmitter is going to go here by the boiler because the boiler is the one that's going to be sending the signal to the pump, which needs to receive it. So just remember that transmitter down here, receiver upstairs where the pump is. Effectively, what it's going to be doing is it's going to be sending a wireless 230 volt live switch to the pump upstairs. So when the boiler gets a demand for heating or hot water, it can talk to the pump wirelessly. So it comes with everything you need inside the box. Easy to distinguish which is the transmitter and the receiver. TX, transmitter, RX, receiver. Comes with the glands that you required as well to fit it properly. It's also IP68 rated, which means it's resistant to water and dust. So if you're installing it in an area where there might be moisture or if there might be dust, like we're in a garage today, you know that there's not going to be any detrimental effect to the component itself. It's made in the UK, it's a solid construction, and I've fitted multiples of these and I've never had any callbacks. Now, there's a lot of wireless products out on the market at the moment, and as we know, living in period houses as well, sometimes you get problems with wireless signals being blocked. This has actually got the LoRa technology built in, so it's got a much more stronger range, and it will actually work up to 5 kilometers away, which we're not going to have that problem here from downstairs to upstairs, but it just gives you that reassurance that if you are working in a large property and it's got to try and get through multiple different floors or levels or walls, with the LoRa technology, you can rest assured that you're not going to lose signal. Now, as with any product, there are similar other options out on the market. However, rfsolutions were the original designers of this type of MAINSLINK. So you know that they've refined it, they've used a lot of time and energy to make this product as good as it can be. So when you buy an rfsolutions MAINSLINK, you can be rest assured that you have the original product with the original design. Now, I've installed a number of these and I've never really needed any assistance on that side of things. However, with any product that you've got wiring or anything a little bit more complex that you're not used to, it's very reassuring to know that with rfsolutions, you've got a great technical support team behind you. Other products of theirs that I've installed, they've been a little bit more complex, and first time me installing it, sometimes you need a little bit of help. They're always on the other end of the phone. They will tell you what you may have done incorrectly, and they will tell you how to correct it. And most importantly, they've got a friendly team who will always guide you to the end result. And also, the product is backed by a 5-year warranty, so you've got peace of mind that it's a solid construction, and they're also confident in the product by giving you a 5-year warranty with it. So in this particular scenario, if I had to get a cable from the boiler to the pump, first of all, it's not even directly above it. We're in a garage here. The bedroom, even if I try and find my bearings, probably somewhere in that direction. We've got solid concrete construction ceilings. We've got brick walls. To run a cable from here to there would include chasing out walls potentially, lifting up floorboards, drilling through ceilings. The other option is, I guess I could maybe run the cable externally, but then we're looking at weathering, we're looking at water ingress potentially, and an unsightly cable run from at the outside of the house. There are options. However, when you have a solution like this, which is going to save you hundreds of pounds, it's going to save you a lot more time as well. It just makes sense to use something like this because it's going to do the exact same job in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost. So the RF MAINSLINK can be used in a number of different applications. Obviously today we're using it on a heating system where we don't have a pump overrun, but you can actually use it on underfloor heating circuits as well. You can use it with zone valves. You can even use it with lighting circuits as well. Basically anywhere that you need to get a permanent live to and from one location to another and you haven't got a feasible cable run, this is where you can use the RF MAINSLINK. Right, enough chat for me. Let's get these installed. Right, so the job's all done. You saw how easy it was. It's wire one into the boiler, wire the other side into the pump, and away you go. It's already paired straight out the box, so there's literally no setup required. It's plug and play. And you can see how much time it saved me, because if I had to run a cable from the boiler to the pump, there's so many factors involved in terms of trying to plan the route, how am I going to run the cable, what materials I'm going to need. So that would have cost me additional trunking, the actual cable itself. Then obviously if I needed to chase the wall out or if I was going to run it externally, so many different variations and so many different factors have been completely eliminated just by this one box. So it's a no-brainer. If you've got to run a cable or if you need to get a permanent life supply from point A to point B and it's not a straightforward run, why would you use anything else? This is an all-in-one solution for you. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it as interesting and useful as I have installing the product. And if you want more information on the rfsolutions MAINSLINK, click the link below and I'll see you all on the next one.